What's up guys, thanks for clicking, welcome to another video. In this video we're going to do a review of this, the Ftx Zorro, for those that are old enough. There's not a lot of new beginner cars coming out yet this year, so when I first took the hood back up in April, I thought about getting one of these. I didn't get this, I went down the sort of truggy monster truck road of the Phantom and the Quantum, but I've always wanted one of these and they're fairly cheap, so I thought I'd get one of these and we'll have it on the channel while we wait for something new to come out this year. So here we are guys, here it is, the Ftx Zorro. Really well priced. I mean, most of this Ftx stuff is, to be honest guys, it's a brushed model. Here in the UK it's £132 I think at the moment. It's gone up a bit, it was 125 last year, but everything's gone up, hasn't it? £132. Now I bought mine from Time Tunnel Models, I'll put a link in the description to that. It comes with an NIMH battery, and it comes with a fairly standard, pretty rubbish balance charger. Charger for the battery. Now I chose not to have those. You can do that with Time Tunnel Models and they take £12 off the bill. It's not a lot of money, but if you've already got a battery and a charger and you're buying another car, you might as well save the 12 quid. And even if you haven't, because it's an NIMH battery and a small plug-in wall charger, you could get the £12, save the £12 on the price of the car and put that towards buying a LiPo and a balance charger. It's entirely up to you guys, but it's just what I did. What do we get in the box? Well, we get the car. It's quite big. I mean, I've never had a trophy truck or a stadium racer, so I don't know how big they are. I don't know if this is the right, if it's bigger, smaller or whatever. Awesome review, Ben. In the box you get one of these, the Ftx Pulse. I'm not a massive fan of these controllers. They look a bit magoo. You can't drive them one hand. They've got a bit of rubber on there. They're not bad quality. You've got steering trim, throttle trim and dual rate. And you can reverse the channels. Other than that, not a great deal. The other thing I find annoying and a bit ancient these days is it takes 8 batteries inside here. Most of our controllers take 4, some even take 2. This one takes 8, which is quite a lot of batteries. I won't use this. I shall use my one that I use from Models. Not a big fan of them FTX. They're just a bit big, but yeah, it's a controller. It'll work if it's all you got. You also get a set of instructions, a user manual, exploded drawings and component listings. Good reference point to have if you want to order the parts. Parts for these are really cheap and readily available. Most model stores keep them in stock. You can get all the parts you need, guys. And it also comes with a binding loop and a plastic aerial tube, I'm going to say. Obviously it would come with a charger and a battery, but I chose not to have that. So let's come in quick, a quick look at the car, then we'll get it out and beat it around. Okay guys, so in close, we've got some nice little rubber tyres. They feel quite soft. I like the body. We've got the little dudes in there driving, not amazingly scale, it's just a sort of body and head, but you get the general idea. We've got a spare wheel, which is a full-size functioning spare wheel, and the body's quite nice. But under the body, so under the body itself, it's got an actual roll cage built in, which is quite cool, with some side impact bars, and the drivers form part of that roll cage. But hopefully that'll make the show last a bit longer. The actual truck itself, it's got a trophy truck style suspension on the back. We've got some big aluminium oil filled shock absorbers, big ones on the back, small ones on the front. We've got a standard size waterproof, well it says waterproof, Ftx steering servo in there. We've got an Ftx speed controller. It's a brush motor in here guys, 550 brush motor with a Tamiya end. I'll have to change that. Yeah, 550 brush motor. I wish they did this truck brushless, guys. They do a brushless Zorro, but it's not the same truck. It's more like a Traxxas Slash. It's a stadium truck. You can switch between LiPo and nickel metal hydride by moving this little thing across here. We're going to run a LiPo today, guys, because that's what I've got. You've got plenty of adjustment on the shock absorbers there, and the battery sits in the middle there for perfect balance. Yeah, the rear suspension setup is a new one on me. We've got a solid axle in the back here. That suspension feels good. Yeah, we've got a solid axle here. It's plastic. You can buy metal ones of these. You can buy upgrade parts for all of these FTX cars. They've been around a while, and there's lots of parts available for them. And to be honest, the parts are really good. Underneath, it's all plastic construction. There's plenty of options on these chassis, guys. You can get, obviously this is a plastic one, you can get metal ones, you can get carbon fibre ones, you can get all sorts for these. Their options are limitless, and some of them are pretty good. They're pretty good quality, and they're pretty well priced, to be fair, as well. Four-wheel drive, independent suspension, big bumper up front, no bumper in the rear, but hopefully we won't need that. That's it, guys, really. I think that'll do. Let's just take her out, give her a bash, see what she's about, see if it's a good option. Okay, guys, right, let's start off with a speed test, shall we? We've got some satellites. Now, I'm not expecting big things, because it is only a brushed motor, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to say 20, 21. They normally are. It does seem quite lively. Let's have a look. 25 mile an hour, guys. That is not bad. That's not bad for a brush system. But what we want to know is, can you bash it? Now, obviously, you've not got the ground clearance that you would have with a monster truck or a truggy or something like that. But you know, it's not what it's all about. It's pretty fast for a... Oh, I do love hitting that stump. It's quite good fun, guys. Right, so it's faster than like a Carnage, Vantage, something like that on the brush motor. 25 is not a bad speed. I was afraid it was going to be really slow, but actually 25 is not that bad. On the wheels. I'm not quite sure the body would last too long if you were going to properly bash it. But for a stadium truck, I mean, what are your options? Well, for a trophy truck, UDR? It's a whole different driving style to me, guys. There's not a lot, well, different control in the air. I suppose it's a bit more, oh dear, a bit more scale, I'm going to say. It doesn't like leaves, but that's the ground clearance. But I'm not using all the power all the time. And it's pretty quick. Just trying some sand. Sorry for the wind, guys, if you can hear that. So this is probably most more at home on the sand. Good one for the beach. doesn't like the sand too much. Not very fast on the sand. So we'll see if I can get a jump out of it. Not a fan of the sand. Okay guys, first little problem. So the sand and thick leaves has made the ESC overheat. Oh yeah, she's smoking. Okay guys, now issue. I don't know when we've got sand in the motor or whether it was the thick leaves or a combination of the two, but we've toasted the motor. The motor's completely burnt out. A completely toasted motor is dead. We've burnt the motor out. I don't know how to feel about that, guys. I've seen lots of people drive these around. I've never seen one burn a motor out. I'm using a 5000 mAh LiPo, but it's only a 2S. I don't think that should make any difference. Perhaps it's a bad motor, or perhaps it's just, I mean, you can see there's sand there. Perhaps we just got sand in the motor and it's killed it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm gutted. Okay guys, well that's it, unfortunately. I'm a bit gutted about that. Can I recommend this car? I don't know, it was all going so well. 25 mile an hour is not bad speed for a beginner car. I always feel with these beginner cars, when they do like 19, 20 mile an hour, they're a little bit slow. I think if you're an adult, you'd get a bit bored of it pretty quickly. But 25 was all right, I was enjoying that. Don't take him on sand, perhaps? I don't know, I'm a bit gutted. I'll have a word with FTX, see what they say, but I mean, it's an excuse to make it brushless, right? So we'll do that and we'll take it back out. But if you're after a cheap trophy truck, I think it's a pretty good little truck. But at the moment, I don't know guys, what do you reckon? Was it my fault? The usual noob? Did I take it on the sand, get sand in the motor and fry it? We'll have a look when we get back to the bench. But anyway, that's it for this one unfortunately. My name's Ben, this is Noob RC. I'll see you in the next one.